out of 77. Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars. Give me the Star Wars, don't let them end. Star Wars, if they should buy wars, please let these Star Wars stay.
I love when he really gets into it. Star Wars.
Nothing but Star Wars.
Oh man, we gotta work on
Nothing
our
but
harmonization.
Star Wars. Oh, up in the sky. Hey now.
Welcome to karaoke night. That's the only song in the Star Wars universe, so that's it.
That's right. So what's up, everybody? Welcome
Happy
to
Star Wars Day, everyone.
Happy Star Wars Day. Tonight is just a different night. It's a special night. We're just going live, having fun, talking about the Ewoks movie. Which one is that called again?
Battle for Endor.
There you go, Battle for Endor. I mean, in George Lucas's backyard.
Right, exactly. Hey, and we'll talk more about it. I mean, if you guys didn't watch, so the reason that we're doing tonight's episode is because you, the people, spoke at the beginning of the month when we did the first Ewok movie and the Caravan of Courage, and we asked, do you guys want us to do a part 2 with the second movie? And so here we are, and Dan's already hating on it. Can you believe it? Can you believe it?
That's right.
Because he hates us Ewoks. He hates us Ewoks. He doesn't like Ewoks. That's why.
Exactly.
Phil tonight is an Ewok Jedi.
He is an Ewok Jedi.
If you don't,
Ewok Jedi tonight.
Yeah, I have to come and cut off your hand. You'll be more Skywalker than Rey is.
Woo! I was kind of going for Qui-Gon
Jinn.
See the half ponytail.
You see the hat? I am Mrs. Nesbitt.
Harris. I don't know. It made my hair look really thin on the sides.
You're making Yoda ears out of your hair. Man, all kinds of.
So fun.
I did not dress up, unlike Phil and Dan. I come wearing my Rebel shirt with Princess Leia, but it says "Call Me General" on it. I do have my paraphernalia in the background, but I feel a little left out. Dan said I could have tried to dress up like the witch from this movie, but I didn't want to. I didn't have the time. You're right. I didn't take the time to straighten my hair either. So.
And this is just me holding back, you guys. This is just me holding back.
That's it. He is holding back because I told him no hot dog this time around.
Right. And if you don't know what that is, be sure to check out Phil's channel, Phil TMNT. If you really want to know what
As
hot dog situation
you would say, beware of the nips.
Yeah.
And that's all we're gonna say about that.
That's all we're gonna say about that. Hey, let's welcome at least a few people here. We got Jacob Ironside.
Hello.
What is going on, my friend? We got Uncle Mike who showed up. I don't know if he's still here. Hi, Uncle Mike. And we got TD.
TD in the house.
We love TD. He's cool. Well, we'll just say they're all cool people.
Of course, you don't want to single anybody out.
Yeah, no, we're not singling nobody out. Everybody's cool. And obviously, Phil is cool. He's with us. I guess he's only cool because he's got that Ewok hat thing.
What? Phil is cool because he's part of Inside the Booth.
Well, I know that, but he looks like a baby bear with those ears.
He does.
See. I am here to replace that Canadian bear.
Oh. He's the Chicago bear.
You can call me the Canadian Jedi bear.
There you go.
Stealing that title from you, Jay.
That's right, TD. He says, and I love you guys. We are all awesome.
We try.
I'll be giving you your 5 books later, TD, for saying that.
Oh, there you go. Right. See? Phil knows how to get the compliments. $5 each. There you go.
I got a million people that shared this tweet, but nobody's here.
Well, again, it's off schedule
busy.
from what we normally do.
I know
We
it
don't
is.
normally go on Wednesdays at 9:30, but here we look at us. Look at us shaking things up, Dan. Look at us.
I know it.
You never know. People might show up.
When I did that, I kind of look like Jesus. Look
at that. So he came as Qui-Gon Jinn, took his hair and made himself look like Yoda, and now he lifts his arms and magically turns into Jesus.
Sorry.
This
I'm
stream
so
has
distracted tonight. It's not funny.
I love it. That's great. Like Oh, Dan, are you by chance drinking out of one of our mugs that people could somehow find at one of our websites in the description box below?
What is this place? What is it that you do here? Merchandising. Merchandising, merchandising, where the real money from the movie is made. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yes. You
And
too
it
could be the
is-
owner of this beautiful mug over here
That's right.
and down here. Yes. Buy you some merch description links are in the description box below.
That's it. That's it.
But all
We're
good.
still working on our
Here.
flame
What's up,
floors,
Milkman?
guys.
Working on a what?
Or on our flame floors. The inside
Always.
the booth flame floors, yeah.
It's never far out of our minds, the flamethrower.
Yeah,
Sometimes
no,
I dream about
it's
it.
always there.
Sometimes I have visions.
I'm gonna be getting a display flamethrower, but it's not gonna be a real one. Hopefully, we'll get some real ones sooner or later. Maybe the next couple of years.
We need
So-
inside the booth keychain flamethrowers. What do you think?
Oh,
for
keychain
for your
flamethrowers,
needs
yeah.
on the go,
It's like
right?
a lighter, but it looks like a flamethrower, and you go and like let the put the butane in it instead, and like let the flame come out to here.
Oh,
Really
hey, it is
hard.
the GilkMan
Hey,
Milkman.
that's
What
right.
is it?
Hey, Milkman.
Milkman.
I just
Yeah,
call him
the-
Boomer Man.
The what?
The Boomer Man.
Man, sounds like a
Jacob.
superhero from down under. Jacob says we're all good people. Well, we try here on
Yeah,
Inside
we
the
try.
Booth. Gilkman says he's going to buy a Canadian Bear shirt on Friday. Good, yes, because I
Yes.
mean, not to
Do
plug
it.
my own merchandise, but I do my own art and stuff like that. You can find my stuff on Etsy, limited edition Canadian Bear stuff. Not Phil.
That's right.
He's something else.
See, I'm so unique.
He's a Jedi
that you
Ewok.
have to buy the rights
Bear.
to me.
Hey,
I didn't
Mrs.
get all that.
R2, good to see
Zartu
you.
Yiki.
Come on in the house. We's talking, well, everything and anything and Star Wars. So
And Star Wars. Welcome to
Oh,
Star
yeah.
Wars.
Gilkman's
whatever
coming
Star
for Phil. Don't make me treat you the same as I treat Justin. That's right. Try to stay on his good side because he's mean to Justin. Justin deserves it. It's okay.
Oh,
The Frank
you're
is
lucky
here.
I'm
Hey,
on the
Frank,
booth.
what's up?
Hey, Frank.
Yeah.
So
So
here we go. We're gonna start this beautiful conversation up with
Dan just likes
Yeah.
looking like Jesus every time he gets
Oh! Let's start.
Thus
Beautiful.
saith the Lord. Oh my
Now I
gosh.
need,
Anyway, I'm sorry.
Light. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, this one doesn't
Oh,
really
no.
work. I got a light, but it's so small, and it's
That's what
hooked
she
to
said.
my desk, so I can't put it behind me and go. Woo!
Oh, you're gonna give yourself a halo? Oh,
I
that would
was
have been
going
great.
to. Yeah, that would have been fun. Anyways,
Oh wow.
so let's talk about this battle for Endor.
It's absolutely amazing Star
Which-
Wars film.
I started it last time we talked about the Ewok stuff. I didn't finish it because I fell asleep, and apparently we didn't have to watch that one, so I just stopped watching it. And
You're the
so-
one who I want to point out you're the one who specifically said the first one, and then you guys were all asking me, "Hey Tabitha, are we supposed to watch the first or the second one too?" I'm like, Just the first one.
So tonight we're talking about the second one. So I finished watching it. I had to recap myself by rewinding and then fast forwarding a little bit and going, okay, I remember that. Okay, I remember that. All the way up to about 50 minutes, then I had to finish watching it. And there was
it was better the next time around than it was the first?
No. I almost fell asleep again. I was just going, ugh, I gotta stay up for this? 30 minutes?
Damn.
Oh, my goodness. It was like the longest 30 minutes of my life.
I will admit, like, oh, go ahead, Phil.
Oh, you go ahead.
I was just going to say that, of course, we're going to dive into the movie a little bit more, but overall, I'm just going to go ahead and throw this out here. I believe that the first one is better than the second one, which typically is how it goes. But there are a lot of things about the second one that I like better,
I did like some
I'm more
things
interesting.
Better. Right. Yes.
Than the first one. So.
And they kind of filmed it a little bit better. Like they had more sets in George Lucas's backyard. You know, they had a little hut that they filmed in. And I don't know what set that was for that castle-like thing. But that had to be somewhere else. I'm not sure if that was in his backyard or not.
I kind of think that, honestly, the way that they did, and I mean, this is kind of jumping into cinematography and props and things like that, but the way that they had it filmed, if you look closely, it almost looks like they had, I'm going to borrow Gus over here, it almost looks like they had the castle here like with a toy or a prop of some kind, like a miniature, and then they filmed the landscape right here to make it, they used like a distortion to make the proportions balance out. Yeah. So
well, it probably was a miniature. A lot of films did that back then.
So that's what I'm thinking. They didn't really have a location for for the castle. It was actually.
You think you're still in his backyard? Then he put this toy on the ground, and then he took a camera and put it on the ground, and he backed up, and he was like, "There we go."
It is. It's hard. It's hard to say. I mean, I would assume that they had a bigger budget at this time. This was like 3 years after Return of the Jedi. So I mean, the dough should have been coming in.
Right.
Apparently, this movie, like these movies, were actually meant to possibly lead to a TV show. This is how ironic I find all of this stuff going on with Disney Plus and all that. Is that they were thinking of potentially making this like a TV series, and so this was kind of like a TV movie, the first one, the Caravan of Courage, and then it led to that. And George Lucas was even thinking of making a third one, but he didn't like the idea of making it a television series. And like I thought, how ironic is that? Since Star Wars is nothing but TV shows
now. Wait, I think he should have, because the quality of everything was so low budget. He should have
I would have preferred this being a TV show than the Ewok cartoon that we got.
I've never seen that, actually.
That explains. They had an Ewok cartoon, and I'm having trouble getting through it.
Okay.
But it's better than the Resistance show that was out a few years back.
Okay, I didn't even know they made an Ewok cartoon until I started doing some research on this film.
Right.
But I thought that was kind of funny. But anyways.
Hey. So I want to just say, I don't know. I want to say.
What character are we jumping into now, Dan?
No, I don't know. One of those dog ones.
Now
Toto, whatever.
Oh, okay.
The little guy who goes fast. I forgot his name. Teak, that's it. Teak.
Teak. I don't remember him going roof. But whatever. Maybe you saw something I didn't. Hey,
Mighty Duck, what's up?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Hey, David. Thomas.
It's Mighty Duck, Phil. It's Mighty Duck.
Oh, Mighty Duck. Mighty Duck. Okay.
Now he's Gravy D, but that sounds like a DJ kind of name.
I'm Gravy D. 2 turntables, baby.
Wiki, 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 wiki. We're so. Dan and I are so white, like we can't.
That's fun. Wiki.
Anyway,
I love it. Anyways, so I guess we should just jump into it because I want to talk about like some of the acting and costuming,
yeah.
and that stuff. But so let's jump into the plot first.
Okay.
Tabitha, you explain it because I have no idea where this plot was going. So I was just
Even though
kinda
you saw this 2 times in 1 month.
yeah, I
More
still
times than
didn't
I
get it.
have.
It was more like, hey, we're gonna go over here, then we're gonna stop there and hang out for a while, then we're gonna go over here, and it's just I don't know. I know they were supposed to rescue their Ewok
Okay.
friends, but they were just hanging out too long from rescuing
Well,
them.
okay. So,
Go ahead.
I will admit, I'll go ahead and kind of do the plot and then just go ahead and give my 2 cents worth whilst I'm giving the plot. So
There you
if
go.
you don't know, this is part 2, like this the sequel to the first Ewok adventure, The Caravan of Courage. And just a little bit of a backstory. There's a family that crash lands on the planet Endor, which we're familiar with Return of the Jedi. And this family is in distress on the planet, and the parents, there's mom and dad, there's a son and daughter, and the parents get kidnapped. And like while they're on this journey in the first one, the kids discover the Ewoks and they get saved, all this whatever. So in the second one, it continues following, I think it's called the Tawny family, I think that's their last name, and they're under attack by this other alien race that somehow landed onto the planet. And there's also a witch, or what we might be more familiar with, that eventually became a Night Sister from Dathomir. And basically, they kill. No spoilers if you've never seen it. It's what we do here. But
That's right. We always do spoilers.
the movie opens up with the family under distress. They're under attack. And
So you're not really following a family anymore after this.
Right, because the family members all die except for the little girl named Sindel, and they're all friends with the Ewoks, and the dad is trying to get their Star Cruiser back up and running so that they can leave the planet. Well, these other alien creatures are looking for basically a power pack. They're looking for a battery pack, essentially, to jumpstart their Star Cruiser, but they think it's this is where I get a little bit perplexed. I'm going to go ahead and give my 2 cents while I give the plot. I get a little bit perplexed with this plot because it's not really evident that, they're for crying out loud. This is Star Wars. Everybody knows about technology except for the Ewoks, right? And so they don't understand the basic concept of this battery, basically the spark plug that they need in order to get the Star Cruiser going up again, right? And so they think it's some kind of magical device. And they basically
power over the universe or something.
And so they attack the family to get the power plug. And the little girl runs away. They capture some of the Ewoks. And during this time, Sindel then discovers this old man living in the forest, which apparently there are more humans living on Endor than what we thought. And he isn't really fond of her, but he gets a soft spot for her and Wicket. And eventually they go to, they end up at the castle where the evil dude is because they need to get the spark plug. And they think that the little girl knows how to make it magically work. And turns out that she doesn't. Of course, she's like, you just plug it in something, is all she said. This little 8-year-old knows how to start up a Star Cruiser. And these other people who traveled the universe, by the way, this is what gets me a little perplexed, is the fact that they crash landed on this planet, but they don't understand how to operate a spaceship. I'm like, Anakin Skywalker made a pod racer by the age of 9.
Right, and they also had blasters, so they had to understand some kind
technology
of battery
in some fashion. So the witch can't.
We are not that smart. Us Ewoks are not.
It was
that
not
smart.
the Ewoks.
Oh, it's not the Ewoks.
This was the bad guys.
Alien race. You know these bad guys, this alien race. They look like. If you've seen with the Clone Wars, they look like those pirates. They have the things.
They might be.
Yeah,
I
you know,
wouldn't
they
doubt
might
it
be like
because they
parrot
did take a lot of the characters from this part of the franchise and then start including them elsewhere along in the story. And I don't know why the color
Right.
keeps changing on my camera, but it's really irritating me. It's throwing
Might
me
be
off.
the blue stars moving around in the back.
Maybe, but
I don't
we're
know.
gonna fix that.
I just thought maybe you had like a changing light, just keeps.
No, it's driving me crazy. Like I'm orange now, but in a second ago I was blue. Anyway, so long story short, the witch is not able to get the power converter to work, which again, she left the planet of Dothamir. How in the world did she get anywhere and not understand that the spark plug is not magic? But anyway, that's none of my business. And Sindel and Noah, the old man, they get the machine to work and they take off into the stars, leaving the Ewoks behind. You can
Saying
see
goodbye.
that
That one shot right at the end, it actually almost looks like that painting that you showed on Twitter that
I
you did with the
did. I thought
trees
about
and the
that.
moon, and then you had a little Ewok standing there.
Yeah,
That was cool.
wicked.
So
You
at
guys
the
can
end,
follow me on Twitter if you want to see it. Dreaming Tab if you want to see it.
yeah,
But
very cool.
yeah, that did remind me a lot of that. So here, okay.
Very cool
So
painting.
I'm going to write down plot really quickly. Here is another issue that I have with this film is that it's supposed to take place, as far as the plot goes and some details, it's supposed to take place between the events of Empire Strikes Back, hey JT, and Return of the Jedi. Do you notice, Dan, did you notice that in this film,
Hey, Goonies. Sorry.
Wicked could speak basic?
Yeah,
I noticed
basic
that.
English. Yeah, he finally figured out how to speak English.
He
Stock
can
cruiser.
actually
Kish,
speak.
kish.
Yeah, in this one, he was able to say danger and Sindel, let's go, and all this kind of some short
Yeah.
snippets. But when he sees Princess Leia sometime
Actually, being the
later,
first
he's
time in
like,
this chat there.
oh,
Movie.
hey.
What
But when he
movie
meets
me
Princess Leia later on, movie Metal Rock McDonald. Phew,
McDonald.
it's a
Okay, yeah.
mouthful.
Movie. Oh, that is.
He seems at a loss, like he's never seen a human being before, and suddenly he's not able to speak basic anymore.
Well,
So
from what I
Then-
know, from like
yeah,
reading
right.
the
It takes in
books-
between, right? You said it was in between the two.
Well,
So you're
if you
right.
read
Why
the
would they do it
book-
like that?
If you read the
George
book of
Lucas
Return of
and
the
his,
Jedi,
Phil's trying to
continuity.
explain.
well, if you read the book of Return of the Jedi, then like in that it did say about like Wicked had an encounter with a witch before. I'm guessing that was supposed to be a part of this movie.
Probably, I guess.
Well,
I mean, because this was produced, like
still-
it was by
Still,
George Lucas.
in the movie, you're right. In Return of the Jedi, he still doesn't speak English.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
he-
that part.
What? And he pokes. You know,
So
like
there
he
is,
hasn't seen
you
a
know,
human before.
a little bit of an issue there.
Well, you know, I think it's, you know, everybody complains about the continuity that Disney's doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think George Lucas had an issue with it too as he's making these things.
I mean,
Yeah.
George Lucas could not figure out how to kill off Shock T. There was like 3 different ways of killing off Shock T in Legends.
Oh, look, Dan, we finally got furniture back.
Hey,
in
we
the
got some
chat.
furniture in the house. Do we have anybody to get rid of the furniture, or do I have to do it?
I think you have
I
to do it
think
because I'm not mod. Yeah.
Someone did it.
I
Did you
did.
do that, Tabitha?
I did.
Tabitha got rid of the furniture.
That's right. Sorry, guys. No furniture in this channel.
That's right.
If you don't know what we're talking about, you need to watch Soylent Green. And you know why you need to, and you know why you need to watch Soylent Green? Because it's 2022, people. 2022.
You gotta tell them Silent Green is people!
You heard it here, folks. We wouldn't be doing our job if we didn't try to warn you. So
That's right. That's right.
So as far as the plot goes, I kind of wish we had a subcategory for characters because I like the characters of this film, like the new additions that we get. When I was younger and even now, I really find what is her name, Shral. I really find the witch, the Night Sister. I really find her very interesting, especially when you later on learn more about her background. The fact that there were Star Wars characters that didn't really rely on the Force, but there was this element of magic in there, which kind of ties into the Force. I think is very fascinating. I really was enthralled by her when I was a kid. So, but as far as the plot goes, like the storyline, it's a little confusing and some of it just doesn't make sense. So I'm going to give it the dreaded half point.
Beautiful. I will give this movie a no point.
Oh.
It was definitely an interesting watch, but definitely it was like a B movie. Like someone
Well,
had a camera and $5 in his pocket and said, "Let's go."
Do you know
make
this won an Emmy Award for something? It wasn't
Oh,
that
really?
bad.
Probably the claymation. That's why, right?
Yeah, it didn't win for best
Claymation wasn't
actor
really
and
that
all
good
that
either,
stuff. It
but
was for something in the production line a little bit further down, but it did. It was
Okay.
nominated for 2 Emmys and it won one. So don't be hating so much, Dan.
No, I'm not hating.
Yeah, you're
I'm
hating.
sure back in the 80s when
Hate
this was made, it was
is part of the dark side.
people were
It's
like,
just
oh,
calm down.
this is.
See, don't go to the dark side. Daniel promised you cookies, and there's no cookies. That's a total lie.
There's no
Scam.
cookies. Phil's been
That's
there and he's
why
like, there's no
dark
cookies.
side.
That's why I came back.
Yeah, that's why I came back, y'all.
There you go. See? So Phil, this would make a great poster down here, by the way. What was your impression of the plot? What do you feel? What points do you give it?
Yes, I'm an Ewok. I'm an Ewok hot dog. That totally forgot the name I did on Goonies. Goose the hot dog. I'm Goose the hot dog. The
Goose the
Ewok
hot
that
dog?
turned into a hot dog. There you go.
Well, tonight you're Ewok the Jedi, so
You walk the Jedi.
that's even
Did I
better.
say hot dog? I'm gonna say Jedi because you guys might say it's the hot dog. Now we're meaning Goose, the Ewok that turned into a Jedi.
There you go. There you go.
Ewok.
We like
Exactly.
So what are your thoughts?
As I would have given this no points like Dan, but I've seen the Holiday special, and that movie was like, okay, that oh, goodies are awesome, but I seen the Holiday special, and that movie is boring as
I've never
heck.
seen it.
And
The holiday special, isn't it
I
on
heard it's
Disney Plus?
It's
I heard
on
it's
YouTube.
awful.
it's boring, and that's like
That's
the only
boring,
Star Wars movie that's come
It's
close to having
weird.
porn in it.
Yeah,
Not
it's
joking.
got Wookiee porn or something. Stupid.
Yeah. So only because this movie's more entertaining, I'm putting a tableau right here and giving it half a point. As I see
You demand.
furniture. As I see furniture coming back. Thank you, furniture. We're not furnished though. Inside the booth ain't furnished yet.
That's right. We ain't got no room for furniture inside the booth.
Mhm.
Keeps coming back. How many accounts do they have? That's
A
crazy.
whole bunch. We got to be on target tonight.
I see that. Stay
Okay.
on target.
Exactly. But for a different reason.
Right.
I forgot to write down all the categories here. So, oh, that's right. Dan will just every now and then just be like, "I lift you up in prayer. I'm interceding for you."
Interceding.
The Jedi. Oh yeah. See, JT, I'm so advanced that I don't need a couch.
Is it right? It's right. Dan goes or Phil goes
Can
without
I
furniture.
sell you a couch?
See, I'm not like this boomer over here and Tabitha where I need something to sit on. I got the floor.
Yeah, look, we're older than
Phil,
you,
we're
man.
gonna
We
get
gotta-
you a chair one of these days, and then like some posters to put behind you, and then you can put your computer on your desk, and then it'll look normal.
Dan's
But
gonna
then
get
I
you
would-
legit furniture.
Then I
That's
would
right.
be able to showcase the inside the booth coat.
I'm sure you
Dan will
would.
buy
You
you shelves.
drink out of it. You
Or
drink
maybe
out of it to
so like,
showcase.
helmet my brother made.
Well, I'll buy you a shelf too. How about that?
He's gonna
For
buy you a
behind.
shelf, a desk, a chair, maybe a foot warmer.
There you go.
Get you all the stuff. Start an Amazon account, Phil. A wish
That's
list.
There you can put an Amazon wish list or something, and then people can help pitch in. That'd be sweet.
Well, On top of that, I would really love a lightsaber that had inside the booth written all over it, so I can go in even more style.
Here we go.
Ah, yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
stylish. It'd be in style.
All right.
Mhm.
What's the next category? You know, I always get the acting and the music confused.
Okay, well, right now we are in acting.
We are. Okay.
Yes.
You want to go first, Dan? You look eager
Sure.
to
Sure.
dissect it,
Acting.
as you were the
No.
last time we did this.
That's right. Acting was a bit better this time around,
Mhm.
except for that one kid that was really bad. That first one there. What's his
The
name?
kid
Uh,
who played his
he was
mace
still
was
bad.
like Eric Walker or something
Yeah, he
like
was
that.
still.
What's his
Yeah, he was still bad in this movie.
he only had like a 4-second part, but it was
I
like,
know, and he was horrible at dying too. It was bad.
what do you mean
Um,
at dying? You didn't get to see him die.
Well, that's it. That's exactly why. Because they
So
were
you
like,
can't judge
well,
him
maybe
on
we
his
shouldn't
acting
show
skills for
this
death.
because I'm sure he did film it, and then he was like, maybe I shouldn't film him dying because he can't act.
They're like, let's just
Oh, you
hide
know,
Sindel behind the bush and make a loud explosion, and we'll just let the audience figure it out.
Yeah,
while we're on the subject of Mace, my father thought that he was Luke Skywalker when I saw it.
Well, he's got that haircut
he's
that was
got the Luke
typical back then,
Skywalker
and he's
hair.
got the orange jumpsuit, so he looks like an X-wing fighter, pilot.
Yeah, pilot or
Yeah.
something.
Mm-hmm.
The old man Noah, he was a good actor. I did like
Yeah.
his acting.
He obviously
He was
had some experience under the belt.
Yeah, and he was funny too. That's the only time I kind of laughed a few times.
Hey, Justin, you ain't getting Seamus hot dog today. You're getting, I forget what the name I just said, the the Ewok that turned into a Jedi.
There you go.
Yes.
That's right. Because anybody
So
can be a Jedi, apparently, except for some
Yeah,
creatures. They don't have force sensitivity. But anyway.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Anyways, all right. So yeah, this is the only time I really kind of giggled a couple times was the old man. He was like, "You little kids, you get out of here. You hear? We don't want you around. All right, you can stay for a couple of days. I'll put you down in bed. We whatever." And then he leaves and he comes back. Oh, they're gone. Good. I didn't want them anyways. Oh, and then he's like, "Oh, well, I better go find them or something." He
He's
was
just
just
like a
like
crotchety
all
old
over the
guy
place.
being mean to
Grumpy
children.
old man who really wasn't that grumpy.
He was grumpy.
He was, but he didn't understand why those, the little kids were running around his forest or something. So it was.
Apparently, if you think about it, Endor is kind of like the Bermuda Triangle of the galaxy, or for some reason, like everybody crashes there. You notice that the Tawny family crashed there, Noah and his friend crashed there, all the pirates and the witch crashed there.
That's it. That's it.
Something going on.
Hey Rex, what's up? He says, "Is Dan's mic supposed to look like a droid at the door of Jabba the Hutt's palace?"
Oh, you
Yes,
noticed.
sir.
It's pretty cool.
It doesn't have the lights inside because that's where the microphone is. It
So
doesn't close well either. I tried making it so it can close and then open up, but
It'd be cool as an animatronic or something, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
If it talked back to you, maybe.
I'm glad you
You
saw
said-
that, Rex.
Yeah, goes with the Star Wars theme. Happy Star Wars Day, everybody! Official Star Wars Day.
That's right. So some people say official.
Officially, it's not as much fun. But so, would you give acting? Would you actually give acting a point?
I'd have to give it a half a point. I mean, because it's just I don't know. Some of the acting was really bad, and some of the acting was decent. But that old man, I think, was the best out of all of them. So that's why it gets a half a point because of the old man.
The one guy saved the whole movie for you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, even that witch didn't do a great job. She was like, "Oh, come here, my pretty."
I think it has to do with the era of the movies. Maybe, do you think?
It could be, yeah, but still,
Because I mean, like the cheesiness of the dialogue isn't the actor's fault. So
Right. Rex agrees.
To that,
Today is the
Rex.
official Star Wars Day, no doubt.
I still like to recognize May the 4th because I was not.
That was weird.
Do we have another person joining us? Is that you, Jesus?
I thought I heard it. I thought I heard somebody say no doubt after I said it.
Dude, there's another voice. What was that?
Oh, that's Phil's lightsaber.
Phil.
I don't even know what it
All right.
says. I can't even hear what it says. Sounds wacky.
Oh yeah, my lightsaber that Amen Fake got me also talks, you guys. It changes the hilt color and it talks.
That's so cool.
The dark sword.
Thank you. I have
probably-
gotten that compliment before, Mrs. R2. I have not yet seen The Lost City, but I have been told that from time to time I do resemble my girl Sandy B from time to time. I think it's because both of our mothers are German, but I don't know. There's plenty of other German people out there that don't look like me. So, Phil, what would you give the acting of this movie?
Justin, if
Oh.
if an Ewok mates with a human, you get our boy Phil over there, the Ewok Jedi. That's what happens.
Oh, that was a response to a joke I said to him earlier to try and gross him out, which worked. Love you, bro.
Boys.
Love you, bro.
And
But
be good. No nasty stuff.
Jesus is
good.
talking right now, Phil. You better listen. Like,
That's
yeah,
right.
Jedi Master Jesus is talking. Okay.
right, Jedi Master
Jedi
Jesus.
Master Jesus.
I like Jedi Master Jesus.
I would love to, before I continue, I would love to see someone actually make a meme of that Jedi Master
I
Jesus
know.
thing.
That would be great.
I'll see you doing that tonight, Phil, when we're done here. You'll go back and screenshot me and everything.
Oh, I already screenshot it just in case nobody did it. So
Oh.
get on it,
Just in case.
get on it, people.
Jedi Master Jesus.
See, I got a whole list. I got a whole
Cheesy idiot.
playlist of the
Yeah.
screenshots of these two, just for rainy days to make a memes.
Nice.
You did a job,
Rex, this
Phil.
is true. I'm not the biggest Goonies fan. It was okay.
It was a good movie.
But-
I like that.
But I definitely liked, like Ghostbusters and stuff. Those are classics. That's a
Mhm.
beloved franchise,
But how
Well, that's 90s. Turtles in 90s-ish. I mean,
the Ninja Turtle movies are 90s. The original cartoon was 80s.
80s, yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah,
But with me, the acting, I felt like the villains in here were more like Power Ranger villains than Star Wars villains.
yeah, I hated that
Had cheesiness,
situation
yeah.
when it was like this.
Yeah, see?
I gotta get here.
Yeah, the masks didn't really fit the faces very well. Of course, I mean, again, this was the 80s.
And I don't know how to close right out.
Which I'm giving the costumes a pass only because it was of the time era it was in. But I felt like the villains were like Power Ranger villains. Even the movies didn't feel like Power Ranger villains to me. And the only like good best parts of it was like, for my standards, for kid standards, the little girl was good, the old guy was good, and Warwick Davis as Wicked is good. So only
Of
because of those
course.
three
He's a
actors,
treasure.
only because of those three actors, I'm giving it half a point.
Oh my goodness. Well, there you go.
Middle Rock McDonald man says those Obi-Wan Jesus memes are hilarious.
They are.
They're
They
pretty
are
good.
hilarious. Okay, well, yeah, I will have to say that like the acting in this movie, as far as even the main character, like Sindel, I understand that not every child is gifted like Drew
Backyard
Barrymore or
Chorus, yeah.
something like that. Hey, but she, I mean, so in that scene when the old guy is, she's sleeping on the floor and everybody's asleep, and she wakes up from the nightmare. She just kind of wakes up, Wicket, wake up, there's bad people. And all of a sudden, Noah's up, like, what's going on? Oh, don't worry, it's okay. Don't be afraid. I'll help you. He's doing, and she just like barely any emotions. Like she's
Yeah.
literally like just repeating lines,
love-
like, wake up, there's bad people.
I love the part. I love the part where she leaves the house and goes, "Mommy," and keeps walking, and then you hear the little voice in the back,
Of the
oh,
witch singing, yeah.
and then Wicket wakes him up with water. He's like, whoosh, whoosh, splashes him, and he goes, "Whoa!" He was gonna. I was hoping for a fist and seeing Wicket fly across the room, going, "What happened?"
So that was she's not. There's probably a reason why Aubrey Miller, the child who played as Sindel, eventually quit acting and joined a lacrosse team. So
She joined the lacrosse team.
was it
Sweet.
lacrosse or field hockey as she got older?
Would love to see that.
It just, I mean, she's a cute little girl, and for some scenes, she does, what she's supposed to do.
Right,
It's not terrible, but it's not great. Like, it's not necessarily convincing. I think
she didn't have the acting.
I think it's enjoyable to watch.
Yeah.
But one thing, okay, there's also this one scene. So when the dad gets shot and he rescues her in the forest, and they have their moment before he tries to take on the world.
Dinner time at 10 o'clock at night. See you, JP.
Well, he's 3 hours behind us, isn't he?
I know, but still, it's still a little late, isn't it? You should be eating dinner at 5 o'clock sharp.
Jesus said so. Thus saith the Lord.
And then no eating after 7. You can't eat anything after 7. It should be 6, but 7.
Or else he will make locusts and crickets flood your house.
That's right.
No, she didn't play professional lacrosse, so she just ended up on a team somewhere. But that scene where the dad is looking, and I noticed this in other movies too, especially back in the day. I love how when there's this serious moment between parent and child, right? And the child's young, even a teenager, and they're like, okay, things are looking bad. And I'm going to have to, leave you now, but I'm going to distract the bad guy. When I do, I want you to run. Run as fast as you can. And the little kid's like, okay. And he's like, don't turn back. Just run.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, where is she supposed to run?
Yeah,
like, you just told an 8-year-old to just run. Where is she supposed to
run,
go? Like,
Forrest, run.
And I mean, this isn't the only movie that's ever done that. And I'm just thinking in my mind, where is she supposed to go? Just run? Like, and he doesn't even say which direction. Like, head to the mountains. You remember that stream where we catch fish? Like, go hide there. No, just pick a direction and run. So,
run somewhere.
But yeah, it's hard for me to give this a half a point, because I find this. Justin made a comment earlier, like he's like, Tabitha recommends this movie, but everybody seems to dislike it. I like this movie. I'm just, as a nitty gritty kind of getting detail oriented about it. It's kind of hard, but I'm gonna have to give it a half a point though too. So
okay. Good,
because
Tabitha.
some of the characters did a good job, but like it's not their fault that the costumes were cheesy, or the dialogue was bad. They did good in what they had. It's just that, so she's old enough to make her own decisions. But that's right. So
God, feel the hatred.
Jesus has turned into somebody else. So after that comes music. Dun dun dun.
Cinematography.
What?
You got it all wrong, don't you?
Why do I always think that cinematography is before Allegory?
No, music.
I think you're wrong. Dan. I don't care that you have a teacher.
You've been doing this for 5 years. You're wrong.
You're wrong. Right. Just like a man.
Wow. Well, good thing I'm not a man.
Wrong.
It's an Ewok.
Well, I like what Justin said. She's 8 years old. She can figure it out herself. She's old enough to make her own decisions. That's what society says.
In the Star Wars universe, apparently. So, I mean.
After 7 in Arizona, I just finished my dinner of hamburger and fries. I guess I will have nightmares now.
No, not necessarily. You might have some really crazy dreams.
Well, fun fact, Rex. like right before this stream happened, I just got done with eating mac and cheese because
There
I'm a
you
kid at
go.
heart.
That's it.
Um,
You're a kid at
not
heart.
just children eat macaroni and cheese. Like it's it's a specialty food if you make it homemade.
Exactly.
Love
Let's
this
Excellent.
eat.
movie, but comparing it to Mandalorian, it doesn't hold up. Still better than the Book of Boba Fett.
Ooh, and that's saying something, right? Yeah, if you
The
compare it to The
plot-ish
Mandalorian,
wise, yeah,
obviously this
plot-ish,
movie sucks.
yeah.
But that's
Well, you
because
know what's
movie
cool? You
development
know what's
has
cool? That little dinosaur looking has short arms, long legs is in the Mandalorian, and it was in this movie
yeah.
first. See,
See, there you go.
that's cool. They were like,
That's fun.
"Hey, we haven't seen this creature in a long time. Throw it in the Mandalorian." I forget what they're called. You know,
Yeah, they're
what
not
were they called? Do
dewbacks.
you
They're
remember?
almost like midget versions of dewbacks. I don't know
Like,
what they're called.
she's not gonna like me. I tried to burn her alive.
What are you talking about?
And then the Mandalorian. Remember? I can't ride that thing. I tried killing it. You don't
It's
remember that
it's been a
part?
little while since I watched it, so
Oh,
I
okay.
don't remember
So,
everything. All right, well, so since we're
you haven't
not
seen
talking
it
about
yet.
music, apparently, according to
Yeah.
Dan.
These
Hey, so
keep in mind these are
obsessed.
TV movies made for kids. As adults
Mhm.
of today, we really should not be overly critical. As a kid, you just know, hey, it was Star Wars.
Right, exactly. So
Yeah.
that's why I recommend this movie because it's good fun. Is it the most brilliant thing in cinema? Heck to the nah. I mean,
Hey,
let's be
let me tell
real.
you what. When I was a kid and I watched these movies, I did not like them.
See,
I
I
did
think
not
they were
like
too.
them, Sam. I am. I did not like these green egg and Star Wars hams.
I did. I liked them a lot. I did. I thought they were good fun. Oh, look, we've got new reviews.
Hey,
Hello.
new
Happy
reviews.
Wednesday. Happy Star Wars Day.
Yeah, that's
And I also
right.
see Soul Assassin up in there making fun of my Ewok hat.
He said
Hey,
height
Is he?
deprived dewbacks. Yeah, but Backyard Tardis says that they're called the blurg.
The blurg. That's what it is.
Blurg.
Yeah, they had the blurg in this movie. It's the blurg.
Um, Justin asks if you have to watch this as a child to enjoy it. I find it very difficult watching kids' movies as an adult. I don't think so. Maybe it's a nostalgia factor. I think it's
Yeah, I think you got
easy
your nostalgia
entertainment.
glasses on.
It is easy
You take your
entertainment. Okay, so like
I
it's
didn't say
interesting.
real glasses. I said nostalgia glasses.
I'm just trying to prove a point. It
I know.
is it's easy to watch. I think it's interesting from a Star Wars perspective. Like, I'm going to give my final thoughts on why I recommend this movie at the end. Which spoiler, I'm going to recommend this movie, but I'm going to tell you why.
uh,
Happy
Factor
Wednesday.
Khan says, "Happy Star Trek Day." By the way, if you guys are Star Trek fans, last
Yes.
night's review was awesome. Go check it out if you didn't see it yet.
We
We
had the
had,
actor Manu Intiraymi. Did I say that right?
I think so, Inter Raimi, yeah.
Yeah, on with us last night, and he was on Star Trek Voyager. So
He was
check
the
it out.
Borg called Icheb.
And he was
Yeah,
pretty fun to talk to. We had a good time.
he was. He's a cool guy.
So, but anyway, cinematography.
Cinematography. I'm not gonna say much, but I'm gonna just say, George Lucas's backyard is pretty cool looking, but I'm not gonna give this a point because the cinematography was just horrible. That's all I'm gonna
Why?
say.
In what way? Like, what specifically did you not like about it? Come
I
on.
don't know. I just didn't like the way they filmed it. It just wasn't my cup of tea, you know.
Was it too basic?
I think it was, yeah. Kind of like the first one, a little basic. I mean, I know they tried doing like some trick shots and stuff like that, but it still doesn't merit a point because he did a better job with the real movies of Star Wars, you know.
Well,
So
that
it's
was
like,
different though. This so like Justin was asking, was this direct to video? No, this was supposed to be basically a TV movie, is what it was.
was it?
Mhm.
See, I mean, I guess if it was shortened and you had to watch it, like
You had to watch it.
sections or something, maybe it would have
Okay.
been a little bit easier to watch or would have been better. I don't know. I don't know though, but it was too basic for me, I guess.
Mhm.
Because there are some TV shows that do a decent job with cinematography.
Yeah.
Some don't. Soul Assassin says a TV comedy. Yeah, kind of like a.
Okay. So 0 cinematography. Well,
Sorry. Yeah.
there you go.
And the furniture is back.
Furniture's back, and now they're using aggressive language.
Yeah,
Language.
they're language.
Jesus
Well,
is here. You can't talk like that.
Hey, you
So
love
I'm gonna
to.
give the furniture a special shout out because they're giving us views. So thank you.
It's true.
They're giving us
That's
views. Are they really giving us views though? Because they're
I
not
don't know.
really.
They're giving us one view.
If we kick them off, they don't get no views, right? So
I don't know.
Hey, that's one more view than we had before.
This is true. And we're trying to tell them about Jesus, but
I
I'd
don't
rather
really-
they not be here.
Yeah, me too.
I mean that is true. That is true.
However, we do learn, as in like video games, you're going in the right direction if the enemy starts to surround you. So
That's it. Try
that's
to
what I'm
knock you
gonna take away from that. But well, Phil, do you want to talk about cinematography next?
Okay, cinematography.
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 I don't know why it's hard for me to say that word right now.
That's
Wait, so
all right.
Dan's a Jedi, Phil's a Ewok, and Tabitha's just a Star Wars reviewer?
Yeah, I didn't come in costume. I have my shirt though, but yeah, I didn't.
Well,
come.
she's that one friend that we need that isn't a Star Wars fan.
You could have done like Leia buns. Your hair's long enough and big enough. You
I
could have
just don't like the Leia buns. So
done.
I know exactly. As soon as I said that, all right, calm down. All right, Jesus in the house. Phil, let's talk about cinematography.
Cinnamon buns. Cinnamon buns there
Just swirls, yeah.
with the cinematography.
The cinematography.
So only because I do enjoy this movie better than the holiday special, I give it half a point.
There you go. See,
The only reason why I give it some sort of points.
I mean, there are elements that are cool in this movie, though. There's some elements that are cool.
Oh, now
Like
you bring
this-
it back out. Sure. After I've already
Yeah,
written
but
it
I'm
down in
still
blood.
keeping a 0. I'm still keeping a 0. I'm just saying,
okay.
there were some elements that were cool. It
Yeah.
just it wasn't long enough. The shots weren't long enough to in the cool shots, like in the ship. That was kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You could tell that there was blue screen around her head though. That one shot there. So
Okay.
But other than that,
I got Justin's comment. Yes, the cinematography, as I don't know why I say it like that. Anyways, the cinematography in the holiday special does look better, but screw that movie.
I can't compare it because I've never seen it. So
yeah.
Rex
Well,
acts.
you know what? I think they just stay in a house in the Wookiee's house or something like that. So
For most
it's
of the
not
movie,
really that
yeah.
great.
For most of that movie, yeah.
I don't know.
So it's not that great.
So Rex asks what the point scale is. Would you like to take the wheel on that one?
Yes, I will talk about the point system. All right, the points are you get 1 point a person for each category that we have, and we have 5 categories. The categories are plot, acting, cinematography, music, or the score of the music, or maybe even the soundtrack, or whatever. All that is together. And then the last one is an allegory on how it kind of relates to our life and relates to our life as Christians. So
It's so heavy-handed while you're over there dressed like a religious character. Which you're not supposed to be, but like now you are.
I know.
Like
And
we're
now
talking
it
about
is, yeah.
allegories here while I'm dressed like Jesus. That's great. Oh my gosh. So for me, cinematography, yeah, I don't think it was as good as the first movie. I think they seem to put maybe a little bit more effort into the first movie in some elements.
Mhm.
Not all of them, but for the cinematography, yeah, I do feel like that the first one was much better. So I'm gonna
Oh, Backyard says it was a repeat rental for him as a kid. Oh, isn't that?
yeah,
That
I
just brings
loved these
back
movies
rental
growing up.
movies. Oh man, like
Blockbuster
Blockbuster or
films,
the
yeah.
home, or like when you're in a local movie, a local
Yes, a local
small
rental
town, you
shop.
got the home
Rental shop,
movie
yeah.
shop or whatever, home video. That's great. We got brother Kelly Matthew Barnes here. What's
Hey,
up, brother
brother.
Hello.
Kelly Barnes? How are you? Heart
We're
and
brothers.
a flame.
Fire.
Fire.
He sounds like he's
Fire.
got some heartburn there, some Tums.
Fire of the Holy Ghost.
Oh my gosh.
Qui-Gon Jesus over here.
Qui-Gon Jesus. I like Jedi Master Jesus.
Yeah,
But
Jedi Master Jesus is better. Yeah, that is cool. Soul Assassin says late fees though.
late fees. If you didn't
Yeah.
rewind it too, man. Like,
Yeah, don't forget to rewind. That's right.
aren't you
Be
glad those
kind,
days are
rewind.
over?
Remember that saying on all the things? Be kind,
Oh my
rewind.
gosh. Hated
Ugh,
that.
love
Kids
it.
today won't know. They won't know.
Nobody understands what that is anymore.
They don't understand the struggle.
Let's
So
see. Hey, Justin says, I want to see a movie where Kirk Cameron plays an atheist but becomes enlightened. I would probably only watch the first half for the memes. The memes.
Memes.
I think they'd made that movie. It's called Left Behind, isn't it? He was an atheist and then he becomes enlightened. But
It was a little too late. Yeah.
it was I think it was 1999 they made that movie.
Oh, I meant for him to convert, but
Oh, for Kirk Cameron or Justin?
in that movie.
Oh,
No, not for Justin. It's never too late for Justin. In the movie,
it's not too late for you, Justin. I promise.
Jesus has spoken. I'm sorry, Justin.
Uh,
No, music. Bad music.
Star
deserves-
Wars, nothing but
Oh.
Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars up in the sky.
For those who are new to the show,
Pizza pie.
you want to take a small break for that? Fine.
Big hit out of 77. Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars. Give me the Star Wars, don't let them end. Star Wars, if they should buy wars, please let these Star Wars stay.
Since Dan felt so inspired to do karaoke, we thought that is so good. My favorite part is really when he gets into it the second time. Star Wars. Like you could just see him doing
You
it.
say hi to my mom. Hi, Mom.
Hi,
Hey, Mom.
Rex said he remembers watching Left Behind. Backyard Turdis says Itcheb deserved better. Yeah, he did. But you
I
know
haven't
what?
seen Voyager, so I couldn't tell you. Maybe he got
remember
exactly what
what
he
was telling us
deserved.
last night. They killed him
I
off.
do. I'm just saying I can't just take his word for it. Maybe he did deserve to die the way he did with his eyes being plucked out of his head. Just saying, I don't know. I don't know. But
anyway, I don't
music.
Music. Yeah.
Who would like to go first?
You go first, Tabitha.
Me? That's mighty Christian of you. Sorry. He couldn't even get his hands on me.
I couldn't.
I love this episode. episode. That's great. So the music, I'm gonna go ahead and full blown give it a point because I think the music was much better for this film than it was in the first film, which is kind of a surprise. And apparently the guy
What was
that
that first film called again? The Courage
Caravan of Courage.
of Caravans.
The Caravan of Courage.
Oh,
Courage.
I had it backwards.
And
Courage.
I don't know if it's the same guy. I haven't looked, but the guy who did the music for the second one was actually was either trained or inspired or however that works by John Williams. And so I could hear some of that what I like to call the butterflies in some of his music where he uses the flutes and stuff like that. I think the music was much more impactful and dynamic in this film than it was in the first film. And I like how when the bad guy first shows up, whatever his name is, the ugly gnome swamp monster things that are the pirates are. Like when he shows up, the music, that's when the music got my attention. Like it was perfectly timed. It was well exercised. I liked it. So point for Tabitha.
Good job.
Point for music for Tabitha.
Good
job.
I was going to, well, I'm saying good job because you basically you took a lot of the words out of my mouth because I was going to say some of those same situations. The music of the movie was pretty decent.
Yeah.
So I'll give it a point. I'll give the music a point.
Okay.
It did have a Star Wars element feel to this movie, other than the Caravan movie.
I'm glad that I grabbed both of you guys because it barely grabbed me. So I have to give it a point.
No point?
Half a point. It didn't reach my. It didn't touch my soul with its words. It did not penetrate my soul with its words.
Well, it didn't penetrate me either, but I was
I just appreciated how that was much better.
I could hear it this time without these flying little fireflies flying around going. I don't remember what they were doing, but they were just dumb.
Yeah.
In the first movie.
Yeah, I didn't mind those. Oh, by the way, I was feeling a little bit snarky while I was watching this movie anyway. I just wasn't feeling good. So I enjoyed watching the movie, but then all of a sudden I saw this stupid part of the movie and I was just like, so that one scene. Now, calm down. That one scene when they're in Noah's house and there's some music playing and Noah's playing the flute and Teak is playing the weird harmonica and Wicket's playing the drums on everything. I'm like, the dude only hitting 2 notes and the music's going all over the place. Right? Yeah. A little bit of that should have gone into my acting thing. Like he's going there and he's literally only lifting like 2 fingers and the music's like all this kind of stuff. Right. I'm like, dude, only be hitting 2 notes. Come on, put a little bit more into it.
That's why as an actor you probably should learn how to do a few things once in a while,
Yeah, you could fake playing a flute by lifting a couple more fingers. Like, come on.
Yeah, right. At least go like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese is out.
What's that?
I was making a point saying Chuck E. Cheese is out. Because even though the animatronics for Chuck E. Cheese back in the day, dating myself right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they used to have it where they did this pretty much with some of the band members.
Chuck E. Cheese was dope. I got you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Peter Piper Pizza.
I'm half surprised she got the point. Thank you.
Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. How many pickled peppers did Peter Piper pick?
16. So, I don't know.
Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't bad. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. How many? Fuzzy Wuzzy.
Oh, you messed up. You messed up. You didn't get it.
All right, ready? I'm going to do it one more time. Cut. Okay, action. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't Fuzzy Wuzzy.
She sells seashells by the seashore. Round the ragged rock, the raging rascal ran. Yes. So, one last thing about the music that I'm just going to mention is that one thing that I also liked about the score was that unlike every other Star Wars production, this uses absolutely no reference to the original movies.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
So everything else nowadays has something that is tinged with
Already-
Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, or Princess
Right.
Leia's music.
Right.
This doesn't, and that will go into part of what I have to say at the end. So, but
But
yeah,
yet
all
it
right,
still had a Star Warsy feel to it, so that was cool.
exactly. So,
All right. Next is Allegory.
I think we should let Phil go first. He's not gone first on anything tonight. So,
Yeah, Phil, why don't you go first?
yeah, because I think Jesus needs help with the allegory because it's.
And then after Phil, Tabitha will go.
As I see the furniture coming back.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
Jesus, why can't you use your magic and block that? Like,
You furniture in the name of Jesus. I say,
I cast you out.
I cast you out.
For a second, I thought this was like going to be an episode of The Chosen right here with Dan doing that.
Which you can
Good
catch
show.
Phil's
Good show, man.
review and Dan's review on our later episode. If you'd like to go
That's
back
right.
and see their thoughts on that.
That's right. With
But
Matthew,
anyway.
I think, right? Matthew's
Yeah.
with us. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the allegory, I know Dan kind of briefly went over this earlier, but I have to agree. The story feels like it was all kind of like all over the place. So as much as I want to enjoy it, like give this like a full and good review, another half point. Even though, like Tabitha mentioned earlier, I do recommend watching this movie, but the movie was like all over the place.
Well, so as far as allegory, though, did you get anything out of it? I mean, you gave it a half point. What exactly was the allegory?
Don't be bad.
Yeah, don't be bad. Pretty much the whole
It's not
friends
nice
of
to
my
kidnap.
It's not
Yeah,
nice
no.
to kidnap people. Or little Ewok bears. Fuzzy
Pretty
things.
much the whole like friends are power type deal that the Kingdom Hearts series likes to go
Okay.
into.
Mm-hmm.
But even though I'm a huge fan of Kingdom Hearts, it still gets to have a point. I'm sorry, Ewoks. I know I'm part of you guys, but it ain't getting a
They'll
full
forgive
whole
you.
point for me.
Gotcha.
Okay. This was one of those movies, and Dan, we seem to be doing this lately, where I struggle with finding an allegory in this film, and I don't know why. Like, it's not. I think because there were elements that were all over the place, it's kind of hard to find a reoccurring theme. One thing
It's
that
not like the real Star Wars movies. That's filled with allegories, you know?
yeah,
It's
this was
like-
like just literally an adventure of like, well, and I'll talk more about that at the end. But the one thing that caught my attention, and I guess if you wanted to put into an allegory, it's just like, you know, how you raise your children. Because Sindel, the only one that survived, let's just be real, okay? Well, tiny girl is the only one that survived. She made friends, and she was a hard worker. She made pie, guys. She went out and picked strawberries and made
How
made
did she
3
do that
pies
by herself, right?
by herself. She had a little
Man.
homemaker over there. But not only that, what really caught my attention with by surprise was when she was in the jail cell with Chiral, the witch, and Wicket was going to go free her from the prison, and Sindel's like, no, she is a bad woman, and takes the keys and throws them, and they end up in the gutter, like in the drain. And I just thought, well,
she's evil. Whoosh. Throws.
I'm like, she learned that from somewhere. So I was just, I don't really know what kind of allegory I could grab from that, except for take the time to train your kids, because it's going to come out somewhere. But I'm going to actually go one down from Phil and give this no points, because I can't find anything. And I really look, you know.
Right.
So
funny.
Jesus, what you got?
Clayton is trying to distract me.
Oh, dude,
The
he's
bots,
awesome. He's awesome.
The porn bots. These people. What do I got out of this for Allegory? Honestly, like like you said, Tabitha, I couldn't really find too much. I mean, of course, you shouldn't be evil. You need to be
Yeah.
good. But that's kind of, it wasn't deep. It was more like surface level allegories. Like, oh yeah, just be a good person and that's it.
Yeah.
Um, even with the good, even with the old man who's the good actor,
Mhm.
he wasn't really like mad or angry or like a grumpy old man. Really, he was kind of like he was, but at the same time, he knew he had to help. It's not.
Well,
It's
but
not
let's
like
just be real for a second there. What kind of a
yeah,
loser on a foreign planet with all the dangers? Like, let's
yeah,
recap. We
no,
know that
knowing the
that
dangers.
we
Yeah.
got the pirates wandering around. We've got that werewolf snarly gerbil pig thing from the first movie, and then we've got the
Hmm.
Gorax, which was the giant pig man thing.
Hmm.
On top of the evil wormy things that live in the trees and will tear your arms off. And he told that little girl, "You can't stay here. You need
Right.
to leave." He threw
Right.
her out into the wilderness. What
Right.
kind of a horrible person is that?
Yeah, but 2 minutes later, he goes outside and says, "What are you doing out here? You're
I
gonna
know, but
get hurt. Go inside."
it's bad that he said that in the first place. If you
Oh,
really
I
start
know, I
thinking
know.
about it,
Just
like, what a horrible, crotchety old man.
Yeah, he's one of those people that says, "Get off my lawn," and then 5 seconds later, never mind, get
Yeah,
back in it.
yeah,
right. And you want some lemonade? Yeah,
yeah. Stay away from my house. All right, come in and have a cookie.
right. But don't enjoy it.
Yeah, don't enjoy. I,
So
you
what?
know, I think it was supposed to be comical.
A little bit
I
of
think
soft
like
humor.
yeah, little soft comedy there, but um, you know, I love Jesus, and I would love to have a spot to talk about him right now, but it's like
I
I
mean,
can't.
I
He's
mean,
there.
I mean, you're pretty much cosplaying him, aren't you? Dan,
That's it.
Jedi Master
Jedi.
Jesus.
Jedi
Dan's like,
Master.
I can't find Jesus in this movie.
Why can't I find Jesus in here? Oh, that's because I am it. No, I'm.
right.
um, no, but
So,
it's so. I guess I'm just not gonna give it a point.
oh
I just
my.
can't.
Right, I know. Well, neither did I. So let me tally up.
Well, you're a good. You're a good guy. What would
I am
Jedi Jesus do? WWJ.
WWJJD. I like that.
That's
All
gonna
right.
have to be a T-shirt or something. I'm gonna make a shirt off of
We
that.
need a bracelet.
WWJJD. What would Jedi Jesus do? And have like
I like WWJWD. What would John Wayne do?
oh,
Yeah, it's one of my preferred ones because sometimes
because
these
it's John
people.
Wayne.
Anyway,
Yeah, 'cause
one.
John Wayne.
two,
Who doesn't like John Wayne though? You know what I mean?
Word up.
Speak.
That
Well,
was,
do that.
that was good.
Speaking of John Wayne, I was scouring the YouTubes and I found this review on a action figure, and the action figure was John Wayne, and I'm like, oh my
Oh,
gosh, and that looked beautiful, and I loved it. I'm like, I would
I didn't
love
know
to
they
have
made
that.
action figures of him.
Yeah, and I said I would love to have it, and I looked at the price. Oh man, it's like $500 for the
I was
thing.
gonna say because I have never in my life seen an action figure of John Wayne. That'd be cool. I mean, even I would like.
It would be cool.
one
I
out
would
here.
love to have it sitting behind me or in front of me or something. But man, $500. I can't find myself buying
Yeah.
something. Buying something like that.
But if you would support us on Patreon for as little as $1 a month, eventually Dan could afford to buy a John Wayne action figure for $500. So if you're feeling generous, the link is in the description box below. Carry on, Jesus.
That's right. And we have a PayPal, so you can one-time
If you want to just
PayPal me.
drop us $500, that'd be great.
Right. That's right. That the furniture could do that for us.
There you go. We'll take
they're
money for
making
furniture.
money. You know they're making money, so the furniture.
And who doesn't want to give money to Jesus? Come on now.
Exactly, right? I mean, come on. If you feel led,
You should have
and you
done
wanna
this when you said that.
if you feel led and want to be blessed twice as much, go ahead and give today.
Inside the booth with Jesus.
I will send you a prayer cloth.
Amen to that.
Some holy water out of the cup of.
That's great.
I love it.
So, well, this movie, guys, out of the possibility of having 15 magnificent points, it does sound like a worthy cause.
John Wayne.
Gets well, let me just say, so what do you guys think it gets?
A 6.
Out of
Maybe a
Jesus?
7.
I think it got a 3.
And Phil the Ewok Jedi would be right. It is a whopping rounded 6 out of 15. So that being said, I feel that personally that is an accurate scoring for this film. However, personally, why I like this film is number one, there is some nostalgic value to it. I did like it as a child. I love the Ewoks. However, as an adult going back, what I enjoy so much about the Ewok adventure movies is the fact that it has nothing to do with any of the original characters. It's its own side character expedition. So it's beyond. So it expands on the Star Wars universe, except for the fact that it does take place on Endor, and we're familiar with that with Wicket. But it is beyond. And what we keep seeing in Star Wars today that I keep hearing people complain about is the fact that Disney has limited the Star Wars universe because it always needs to tag back to the Skywalker clan in some way. We see that in The Mandalorian. We see that in the Book of Boba Fett. We see that obviously in The Force Awakens in that series because all the stuff that they did, they can't get away. And even Kenobi, for obvious reasons, we know that. But I'm just saying, so that's one reason why I think this is a fun movie that you should watch because it's called C canon basically, but it is part of the Star Wars story, even though it's kind of the continuity, like Dan said, is a little mismatched there. But it's just it's a fun movie to watch. So that's why I would recommend it, even though it only gets 6 points out of 15.
What I did enjoy when I watched this was to see the blurg and the pirates, and they reused them in later on episode stuff. So it was kind of fun to see that. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
look at that. George Lucas did create these, and Disney's bringing them back. So that was nice to see. But other than that, there's really no reason to watch it.
I mean, I enjoy seeing like the expansion of the Ewoks.
Okay,
yeah.
Partially because I cosplay as the Ewok hot dog breed, but that's a different story.
Right. You have personal ties to this film.
Yeah, to the Ewoks.
They are your inspiration. So
you know what? You know what would be nice to see if they did like redo like an Ewok show or something. But make them a little bit more, not too cute and cuddly because obviously we know they eat humans and stuff.
They don't
but
eat
not
humans.
Yeah, of course they do. Look at what they were trying to do with Han Solo.
Yeah,
and
they
were gonna cook them.
That's right.
Remember?
I forgot. You're right.
You forgot that, huh? Yeah, they're vicious.
Did.
They're vicious, cuddly things. But
this is why Ewoks may be cute and cuddly, but do not go near one. Do what they say with COVID. Go 6 feet away from them.
Yeah. For real.
Wicket the Star Wars story.
Wicket the Star
Just signed up.
Hey,
did you
I
send
mean,
one? Thank you,
thank
Backyard Turdis.
you. Now you got to send them a prayer. Throw some blessings out there, Jesus.
Yeah, you need a prayer cloth.
Yeah, I'll wipe my sweat with it first.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, they do that.
like Elvis. But thank you so
Good
much.
night, Mom. It is
See you,
late.
Mrs. Serena.
What a blessing. That's awesome.
Yeah, cool. Thank you.
I need to make a video for whenever people sign up and just say out of our gratitude. The only thing that I have is Yes, we're gonna get. It's got the dollar bill on the back. So it's
Let's get into some
I'll work on it.
conspiracies about the dollar.
You just don't know what you're getting into in the booth. So
That's right. Right.
But
I was gonna kick out of Ewoks kicking stormtroopers' butt in Return of the Jedi. Yeah, that's primitive weapons. That's right.
Well, they did the same thing in this movie with the pirates. I mean, like those pirates were
They
such
had little bows
goons,
and
man.
arrows. I
Like,
didn't think those arrows would have killed anybody though. They didn't look sharp enough.
Yeah.
It looked like a foam little tip or something.
Yeah. Bless. But yeah.
Yes, Illuminati confirmed. I love it.
Yep. That's what we do here.
That's right. Well, if you watch us more often, we'll have a couple of those days where I'll probably get into it.
Oh, goodness. Since I saw Dan pull up your comment, if you go back to the Knight's Tale, you would definitely see Dan confirming that the neck is below the chest.
That's right. It's one of our best episodes. Check out A Knight's Tale.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, wait, Phil, you call him who? What?
Oh, so Sakurai Khan is one of my people, or one of my subs originally, and when I met him, which was in our mutual friend of ours called Catfishing. His name was Goonies with a few numbers. So then he switched his name later on to what it is now. And ever since then, I've been too lazy to call him Sakurai Khan, so I just kept on calling him Goonies, and he seemed to be okay with it.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, because you confused me when you kept saying that. I was like,
I've heard him say that before on Phil's stream and refer to him as Goonies. So sorry, I should have told you maybe, so you wouldn't be on.
Somebody should have said something.
Scavenger.
That should have said something too, which it just did. So what is that? Your lightsaber. What does it say? I can't even hear what it says.
Princess.
It's just a random word. So
is that like the color princess? It says pink.
So the last time it said scavenger, this time it said princess. So it just says different stuff each time.
What?
I have no idea what that means.
Snarch? What?
That was supposed to be Kylo Ren.
It didn't.
I want to see Ewoks versus Gungans. Yes, that should prove that would be hilarious.
Not to be a little bit biased, but I'm on Team Ewok, and not because for Dan I am wearing this Ewok hat, but that's totally the reason.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, well, we did it, Dan.
We did.
We got through the second Ewok movie.
We did. Thank you guys for being with us. Thank you for this fun day, Star Wars Day. Don't forget.
Thank you for celebrating with us. Yeah.
Yes. And even though it was a weird Star Wars movie that we watched, don't forget this coming Friday is going to be Obi-Wan Kenobi.
And it's going to be 2 episodes.
Two episodes, right?
Ooh.
Yeah, 2 episodes.
Wow. So yeah, that'll be fun. And then the following Tuesday is going to be what, the 30th or the 31st? So that'll be the end of the month, and it's going to be our review, the review show. So it's going to be a bunch of us just, and we'll probably talk a little bit about.
Ooh, we will.
What is that?
Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Kenobi. Yes. Khan says, "Thank you, Jesus."
That's right.
Yes. Thank you, Jesus. You are welcome.
May the force be with you.
oh, may the Lord be with you. Good.
Nice.
That
Nice.
was good, right? Yeah, that just makes me think of the show that I watched not too long ago, The Chosen. That was good. So thanks guys for hanging out with us tonight. It was a good night. It wasn't too crazy and like we usually are.
I felt it was crazy enough.
Yeah, it was crazy enough. It was a little bit more somber. Uncle Mike, good night. And and we usually don't do a Wednesday night, so thanks for hanging out. This is cool. Who knows? Who knows what the future may hold? So yeah, that's it.
Because the future, always in motion, the future is. So
That's right. Future's in motion. The stars are always expanding.
just every
And we are so minute, little in the galaxy. Just remember that. So yeah. So there we have it. You guys have a good night. Thanks for being here. Tabitha, thank you for being here. Phil, thank you for being here. Take a bow. And yeah. Is there any videos that we need to show?
I don't have a goodbye.
We don't have a goodbye?
No.
All right. Well, guess I'm going to show
We've been doing this for months. I don't have a goodbye. You're in charge of the goodbye.
All right, goodbye, everybody. That's our goodbye. Now I'll show.
Don't tell him. Just let it be a surprise.
I'll show them this one. Goodbye, everybody. Good night.
Happy Star Wars.
Are you not entertained?